And last but certainly not least, we're going to bring Tarleton to the stage. Head football coach Todd Witten, along senior wideout Zamari Manning and senior corner Devin Hafford. And did I nail the last name? Hafford? Bam! We're going to end on a strong note here. Welcome, guys. Todd Witten, the winningest coach in Tarleton football history, returned. What was it, 3 years ago? What was that like? Why did you decide to come back to Tarleton State?
I think I have to say I have a real special relationship with our athletic director, and I'm very blessed, very thankful that he gave me another opportunity, and not sure that I deserved it, but very thankful that he brought me back, and I just couldn't be happier to be here.
Well, before we get to how you have been so successful, I'd like you to introduce these two young gentlemen next to you.
We have two great players here, and really good, fine young man. Zamari Manning, sitting right here to my left. First team all-conference wide receiver, made a lot of really big plays for us. One of our hardest workers. Can't say enough good things about Zamari, one of the best football players that I've ever known. Devin Hafford down on the end. Devin's a special guy for me because 3 years ago, when I had the opportunity to come back to Tarleton, he was one of the first young men that I recruited out of Atascocita in North Houston. And Devin started, I think, almost the very first game he stepped on campus, and was first team all-conference a year ago, and was the defensive back of the year in the Lone Star Conference. When we condition these two guys after practice, 6-8 yards out in front of everybody, but to be a 4-year starter, back to Devin, and we actually had 3 kids in that class. Brant Bailey, our tight end, has started every game he's been there, and Noah Perez, our center as well. So we take a lot of junior college players. We're proud of those guys. We also have a lot of really good high school players that we sign as well.
Yeah, recruiting is not lacking here in the LSC. I love some of the guys you guys are pulling. And Devin, as you mentioned, 4-year starter. In fact, you have started every game at corner since arriving on campus, essentially. You haven't missed one, right? So obviously LSC defensive back of the year last year, but you've had kind of a defensive turnaround in your career. Walk me through that, how you guys were able to kind of shift things and how you played into that success.
Coach Patton, our defensive coordinator, he really, first day he came in, he just wanted to change the culture. They tell us stories about the defense that was here before I got there. Like, they gave up so much passing yard. I think we were dead last in the country, actually, in passing yardage per game. Coach Witten also, we just want to change the culture around and just start a new era at Tarleton State.
How did you see him kind of help lead that defensive turnaround?
Well, just absolutely as tough of a young man as we have in our program, bar none. He shows up to work every day. I worry about these two guys. They go against each other. We have one-on-one drills every day that we go out there, and these guys go against each other every rep, and it's really a battle. And I do as best I can to keep them off the ground, and they work really hard, and they're really good for one another. But Devin's a football player, one of the most physical guys in our program. I know we don't keep up with summer workouts. That's against the rules. I know none of the coaches in here do that, but he does never miss, whether it's the summertime or the fall or the spring or whatever the case. He's an incredible young man.
So then Zamari steps up, though, and how do those one-on-ones shake out?
Go ahead. We physical, man. We come out every day and do what we got to do. We know what it takes. We've been there. We got a little taste of it, and we hungry.
Yeah, what is it? Last year's school record, 12 wins. What was that like, Zamari, to be a part of, and how would you describe how the offense helped lead that charge?
It was surreal. Growing up, I didn't really, get to be on that team where we going all the way or even make it to the playoffs. It was crazy. We get all the credit to this man right here. He come in every day. We working out, and he fiery. He ain't gonna stop. He gonna let you do what you got to do, but it's always business.
How did you see things change when Coach Witten obviously returned to the program?
Well, I wasn't there. I didn't see him come in or nothing like that. So when I came in, I was a transfer. I was a JUCO transfer, and he brought me in. And from the jump, I want to see something crazy. You got to come in, put in that work, and he about his business.
No, you know what? I did know that. I did know that you were a transfer because I heard your son Tate slid into the DM. Now that's a term meaning he messaged him on Twitter, which is a social media. Are you a social media guy?
Not at all. I have no idea.
But I heard your son, I heard from a little bird, your son, reached out to you because you were playing JUCO ball out in Cali and you were considering hanging him up, not playing
ma'am.
anymore. So walk me through that conversation and how he led you to Tarleton.
Yes, ma'am. I was just at home working. He caught me sitting on the couch, and he had a plan for me. And I got on that plane, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
I think that's awesome. And so you're back, and then obviously like facing a guy like Devin. How would you describe Devin? And then Devin, I want you to describe Zamari as a wideout.
Devo, we call him Deuce. Especially being so young, sky's the limit. He got big things coming for sure. Yeah, and he's a hard worker. He get the best. He give my best. He get it out of me every day. Sort of. Nah, he's a good dude for sure.
Devin, Zamari's too modest. How would you describe him offensively?
I'm not just saying this because he's my dog, but like I've been playing football since I was 4. He probably the best football player, best receiver I ever faced. Going against him every day, like Coach said, one-on-ones, every day in team. Like, there's no day I can't take off. Like, I can't come to practice and I'm about to chill today. Like, nah, like, Zamari will expose you quick. But, he my dog. Like, he probably the best wide receiver I've ever faced.
Appreciate it.
Well, you guys got a big target on the back this year. How do you coach that?
Well, I think expectations are good. It's been a while since we had won like that, and so a year ago we were picked 5th, and I've been coaching a long time, and I thought to myself when I saw the preseason rankings go up, I think I've been a part of just about every one of those, 1 through 9, and so I have a good idea about how each one of those feel. But we're thankful. We're working awfully hard as a staff. We've got really good players. We've got a great AD. Our facilities are second to none. We play in I would say the best Division II conference in the country. And I really enjoy getting to see some of these other young men here. I love the way that quarterback at Eastern New Mexico plays very hard, and that free safety at Commerce, and then their return guy, and these secondary guys at Midwestern, and there's just so many really good players. And every Saturday when we go out there, it's a full speed deal, and a lot of really good players. So you got to be ready. We're very blessed to be picked to win, but also know every team out here can beat us. So we've got to keep preparing and be ready every Saturday.
Well, Stephenville is also the hometown of Hard 8 Barbecue, which we went to town on every time we came to town. And last but not least, I know you are a Stephen F. Austin alum. Mm-hmm. You open up against them this season. So you open up against Colby Carthel, who you know all too well. What is that going to be like?
I like beating Colby. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but so I'm glad, and I think Colby is a great football coach. So I'm glad to have another at-bat with him there, and I really think these guys, these Tarleton Texans, will be ready.
Poor Colby. No one tell him we've been talking nothing about him today, but nothing but good things, of course. Coach Witten and Tarleton State Texans here. Let's give it up for them. Best of luck this season, guys.
Summer isn't long, but summer to-do lists are. Let a Ford F-150 help quickly turn your to-dos into ta-dones. During the Ford Hurry Up and Save sales event, get 20% estimated savings on select Ford F-150s, plus earn complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards. It's a hit, so chill and enjoy your summer in America's best-selling trucks 42 years straight.
Get 20% estimated savings on select F-150s plus complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards at your best in Texas Ford dealer.